number 1 in Super V Light. Hood's Quality Foods with Mitch Miller and Matt Rice, driver and throttleman. There's Pier 57 Stainless Marine. Pier 57, a 38-foot fountain. Bill McComb is the driver. Rick Turmel is the throttle man. Bill from Sarasota, Rick from Tamarack, Florida. Pier 57, a 38-foot fountain, as we said, powered by Vortec, 2 500-horsepower inboards. Pier 57 is throttled by 3-time world champion Rick Turmel and driven by Bill McComb. Now, in 2001, Rick and Bill won the World Championship in Key West. Bill would like to thank his wife, Ellie, and their kids, also Dennis McSweeney, for his help in sports marketing. Also, Sarasota Spine and Sports Therapy. And there is Rodriguez Group on the outside. A battle going on here between Rodriguez Group and Pier 57. Also, special thanks to Debbie Fleischer for Public Relations, Jeff Crystal Brown, Turmel Family and Friends, and Stainless Marine, in particular, Jerry Schmidt. Also, special thanks to Dollar Offshore, Mindy and John and crew for the drive. And a special thanks to Competition Edge Marine for re-rigging and the maintenance of this boat for the season. Top of the pack, Pier 57. Took a first place in Daytona earlier this year. Pier 57 always runs well. Competition Edge Marine in Fort Lauderdale, home for all your rigging and inboard needs. Competition Edge Marine. Rodriguez Group on the left, Pier 57 on the right. Battle continues here in Super V Light. Pier 57 and Rodriguez. Water's fairly flat here in Marathon for race number 2. Factory 2 boat, Harwich Concrete. It's a 35-foot fountain, Mercury powered. Mark O'Duggan, the driver. Christopher Wickstrom is the throttle man. Took a 3rd place in Daytona earlier this season. Harwich Concrete, Chris Wickstrom, the owner. Mercury powered, 2 500-horsepower inboards. Currently in first place in Factory 2, Harwich Concrete. Let's go on board with Mark O'Duggan and Chris Wickstrom. Other competitors in Factory 2, let's play racing. Snap-on Talking Tools, Sonic Racing, Total Marine, R&S Offshore Racing, Herbert Racing, and Team Danzig. But Harwich Concrete, number 1. Mark O'Duggan at the wheel, Chris Wickstrom on throttle. Seven-Mile Bridge. Second stop for the APBA on its Pro Series 2002 tour. here in Marathon, Florida. Number 1, Harwich Concrete. Number 1 in Factory 2. On board Harwich Concrete block now, F257 with Marco Duggan and Chris Wickstrom. Number 1 in Factory 2. We're going to take Harwich to the finish. They know it. They're number 1 in Factory 2. The victory sign. Harwich Concrete block, number 1 in Factory 2, 35-foot down. Slowing down. That is it, the end of race number 2, your Factory 2 and Super V Light boats. Highly competitive racing, but most of all, safe racing here in Marathon, Florida. In just a moment, we'll have the winners for you as we see the many spectators along the 7-mile bridge here in Marathon. Great vantage point for the spectators to watch this race, and they have, as many have, here at race number 2 and throughout the weekend. Well, the rain held out here to have race number 2 finish up with no problems. We've got one more to go this afternoon. All right, in Factory 2 class, Harwich Concrete, you just saw them, they got the checkered flag, came in first place, followed by Team Donzi and RNS Racing. Harwich Concrete block, your winner in Factory 2. In Super V Light, twin class, it's Quality Foods in first, followed by Pier 57. And in third, Rodriguez Group, but it's Quality Foods getting the checkered flag in Super V Light twin class, your winner. In Super V Light single class, Solarized coming out on top, followed by Vortec Extreme and Fury Solarized all the way in Super V Light single class. And that is it, your winners for race number 2, the end of race number 2. Exciting racing, highly competitive racing, but most of all, safe racing, and that's what it's all about. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating this fine event. A special thanks to Mr. Lee Mills, the race producer. Also, special thanks to Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Mr. Russell Kilpatrick, our helicopter pilot, for doing a great job as he always does. So on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame video production crew, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from Marathon, Florida, hoping to see you at the next stop of the APBA Tour in Cape Cod. Bye, everyone. Beach Offshore on the inside in Factory 1, Chicks Beach Offshore. Luke Dickey is your driver and Gino Marone the throttle man.